Hey, this is VeVe Lane, and next up on our interview series is Keri Spectrum. Hi, Keri. We just finished an aerobics catball video, so we're kind of a little worn out, but we're gonna bring this interview to you anyway. So, Keri, the question I always ask everyone first is, how did you get started wrestling?
My ex-fiance started me in it when I was 18. He decided to take me to Florida for my birthday and stopped me off at Flamingo Enterprises in Sleeper Kids World for shoots and didn't tell me that I was doing it. He had a wrestling fetish, so that's how I met everybody. And then I just kept doing work.
So what was that like to walk into a wrestling shoot, like not even knowing that you were going to be doing that?
I've been friendly with Santiago, Sleeper Kid, for, years, since I was like 15, 16 online. But Flamingo was overwhelming. It was 60-minute matches, and they did not, at least back then, like to give you breaks. So I hadn't done sports in a couple years, and they didn't allow me to cut. So
wow.
And my first match ever was actually against Julie Squeeze. And it was, I think, her second match ever in the industry. So it was like a 60-minute body scissor, in which I actually tore the cartilage in my ribs because I wouldn't submit. But she was like 165 pounds. Like, she was really built at the time, and I was 114 when I was 18. Yeah.
So that sounds actually terrifying. So, okay, what made you do it again after that?
I am very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I was really pissed off that I lost.
Yeah, and so you've actually trained a lot since then, and you're one of the people who really knows BJJ now and knows like what you're doing in a match.
I know enough to get around the mats, but there are people that know a lot more than I do, and I just like to have fun and keep learning, and I have a lot of respect for the people like you and a couple of the other ladies that are really high tier that are fun and safe to compete with. There aren't many like you. No offense to anybody else, but there are the fighters that are fun to wrestle with on an amateur level, and then there are the people that you're going to get on the mats with, and it's going to be like a chess match. With you, it's like a chess match. You can't tell me to get on the mats with you and have a cat fight competitively, because it's not going to happen. I'm not going to pull your hair. Does that make sense?
Not in a competitive match. Right?
Yeah.
But, well, I guess that said, we just did a catball. We were pulling hair left and right and all over the place.
Yes.
So, also as somebody who does all types of different matches, what's your favorite, and what do you feel maybe is like your fans' favorite that you get requested for most?
Probably competitive catfighting without submissions. There's a style called Bring It where for the first 20 minutes you're not allowed to have submission. You're only allowed to do face slapping, body punching, body slapping, holds for pain but not submission. People seem to really like those. But I can get hit in the face repeatedly, and it doesn't bother me, so it's very hard for people to fight me in those matches.
So, would you say other ladies do not take getting hit in the face as well?
Not well at all. I don't know a lot of people that can do the face slapping at all. Can you do face slapping?
I have been fortunate, I think, not to get asked to very often. But back in the day, actually, I did have one particular fan that was really into it, and I did like a face slap off with another girl. It was just stand there and take slaps.
Yeah.
Which was nasty, but I guess I could say I can.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
It's not your favorite thing, but...
No.
Yeah. To me, it's like you get slapped in the face, and it's like, it fires me up, and I'm like, oh, that just makes me want to fight more, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen you in matches get fired up, and I'm like, oh shit. Was this one supposed to be competitive even?
Yeah. That's happened sometimes.
Well, so actually, I know that you went from like walking into a shoot where you're like, brand new to this all, to now you have your own company, right? So how did you go from, wow, this is brand new, to like actually being somebody who produces your own stuff?
Well, my ex-fiance wanted to find a way to, this is so fucked up, he wanted to find a way to get all of my friends to wrestle for him. So when he found out about custom videos, and he was like, well, we can produce custom videos, and then we can have a way to pay them to do the videos.
Aha.
So, yeah, and I didn't think that was right, so I stopped producing videos that he liked, and I just started producing videos for my fans, and obviously he has been gone a very long time, but I really enjoy interacting with the fans, and like, it was a world that I fell in love with even when I didn't have any love for him anymore. So I'm very thankful that I met him because it brought me to meet so many great people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so customs, yeah, I met him and his insanity and it brought me there. So it's really fucked up how it got started. I'm sorry to my friends.
Let's see. So one more question before we go. What is like your next big thing coming up, or what have you got planned?
I was actually kicking around the idea of opening a competitive company again. Femme. I'm not really sure on the details of it yet, but yeah, just there doesn't seem to be a competitive catfighting company that's really prevalent right now, like regular catfighting, you know what I mean? Like they're really good grappling and wrestling, but any type of skilled fighters that are doing legitimate catfighting, I don't think there's something dominant right now. Mm-hmm. So I think there's something missing with that, and I feel like I could give to that audience a little bit, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it.
It sounds like something you are like particularly knowledgeable about and like positioned to do.
Yeah, so, and maybe like a year or two, I'll have it figured out, so don't hold your breath, but something will come of it, because I know that I have the itch to do it, so, and hopefully you'll do it with me.
I'll test if my face slapping is still up to standard.
Okay, I've been hog-tied and beaten and tickled and whatever by you so many times that you can do one of the matches.
Okay, so basically I owe Keri one. I think I'm going to get crazy hit in the face.
I think it's fair.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the interview. Damn, I hear bad things are in store for me, but now at least I've heard about it in advance. I'm forewarned.
Just a year or two, it's fine.
All right, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Adios.